Earlier today was the Q3 investor call for Embracer Group of fiscal 2024, which ends on March 31st, so in a month and a half's time now. And with that being the case, it means that we've got a somewhat potential update on the KOTOR remake. So in today's video, I'll just be going over all of the news from that. Now, it isn't news as such, but there is a few little things I do want to touch on, and I was made aware of this by Polar in my Discord server, so a huge thanks to Polar for all of the information here. So as you can see, this is the interim report that they released, which is basically just a business update that is public to absolutely everyone. Now, the main thing I do kind of want to say is that on the announced PC and console games for releasing as of Feb 15th, so today, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is still on here, which at first glance seems like a very good sign, but as we know, there's been a lot of ups and downs with regards to the KOTOR remake, whether it's being cancelled or if it is still happening. There's been a lot of confusion, especially late last year, and we've not heard anything about it since September 2021 now, really, so it's been a heck of a long time. So naturally, we are in a bit of a very confusing time for the game. Obviously, we know that it got moved from Aspire Media to Saber Interactive as well, so that was a big change. But the main thing Polar pointed out to me was the fact that Embracer Group are having a huge restructuring program, which I believe should end at the end of this fiscal year if they're on track. And the main reason for this is to reduce capital expenditure and overhead costs and stuff like that, which is, you know, pretty typical stuff. And it does say here, as finalization of the restructuring program approaches, so they are clearly coming to an end of this, and they are seemingly making good progress on their target. And no doubt a big reason for all of this is because of the mass layoffs that Embracer Group have done over the last 6 months, which has been absolutely horrendous. So it's definitely been really sad to see, and the games industry as a whole is just in absolute disarray, honestly. But what does this restructuring program actually mean for KOTOR? Before I go any further in this video, I just wanted to let you know that I have overhauled my Patreon completely, which you guys can actually join for free and gain access to additional content from myself. So by joining for free, you will get access to monthly Q&A videos, as well as voting powers for videos and streams on all 3 channels, so Star Wars, Shooter channel, and the Sports Gaming channel. So literally just by joining for free, you get additional content from myself. But then there are also some paid tiers as well, which gives you access to tons and tons of benefits, such as monthly channel updates, Star Wars episode reviews, priority gaming on streams, behind the scenes content, and so much more. So make sure you go and join for free anyway by pressing the join for free button. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump straight back into the video. Well, as we've seen over the last several months, tons of studios that Embracer Group owned have been shut down, game projects have been completely cancelled and everything like that. So the fact that we've not heard anything about the KOTOR remake being cancelled or still in development as of yet is probably a good thing, because it means that because they've not said anything, there's potentially a higher chance that it is still in development, because I think Saber Interactive have been pretty much untouched by all these mass layoffs at Embracer. Now, if the KOTOR remake does get cancelled, we will probably find out about it in the next couple of months, but equally, if it is still in development, then we will also hear about that in probably the next investor call, which is the Q4 one, which will be in mid-May at some point, so in 3 months time. So unfortunately, we are still very much in a grey area, and with the way things have been worded in certain parts, it seems as though less risk projects will probably be focused upon more than riskier things, which means that you'd think the KOTOR remake would be safe, because no doubt that will sell out incredibly well given the historic nature of the KOTOR game. But whilst KOTOR would no doubt sell incredibly well for Embracer Group, it has been through development hell from what we understand, so they could find that the costs have just been too vast. But with that being said, if they do just cancel the game, then they've essentially put all these costs in for nothing, whereas if they do sell the game, they could at least still probably make a profit on it, even if it's not as high as they were hoping. So my fingers are very much crossed that the KOTOR remake will still be happening, but we will just have to wait and see. When we do get some updates on this, I will of course let you know as soon as possible. That is it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.